So I want to share a simple thing that you can do, but also apply to your life in many different areas when it comes to reprogramming your mind. So when it comes to the reprogramming process, right, what we're really trying to do is go from a reactive state to a more of a responsive state where we are the ones controlling the mind, right? And I use the word control there very lightly because we're not really trying to control anything. We're just trying to be aware of it and be an operator of it rather than it operating us. That's what we're trying to do. So I'll give you an example. I was doing some work earlier on and I was doing, a couple of hours. I was building out something. So I was really deep in focus. My phone turned off, no distractions. And I took a little break to get some water, to kind of stand up, stretch, and do things like that. Now, my mind was telling me to jump back into work, go back into focus, and to carry myself through to the next stage, right? And keep the momentum flowing. But at that point, I would have been at the computer for a very long time. Probably if I kept going for another 2 or 3 hours, I would have been at the computer for almost 8 hours, which is an incredibly, incredibly long time. Now, today I have time dedicated to do things for that reason, but that's still an incredibly long amount of time to be spending in front of the screen. So my mind was telling me to come back, jump back in. You got to keep moving. You got to keep building momentum. You got to keep building this thing out. But I was able to catch myself by bringing awareness to how my mind was pulling me in this direction. And then from there, what I was able to do was just say, hey, how about we take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and just go for a walk? It's a beautiful day. We're here in Lisbon. Why not go for a walk? But my mind was still fighting me. My mind was still saying, hey, you got to go do this. You got to go do this. What about all the to-do lists that we have to complete throughout the rest of the day? But I decided to take control. And I think that's a big part of, this whole process overall, which is really just taking back your power. And that comes with awareness, at least from what I've understood from this whole journey of, mastering our mind and taking more ownership over our life and creating the reality that we want. Because that allows me to create some space when I go for a walk, when I create that gap, that free space in between one work block from another to recoup, right? Recoup my energy, get out, get inspired, create this video, right? Different things can come up. And I wasn't planning on creating a video. I just felt called to share this as I was walking because this idea was flooding. I was kind of debating whether I would do it or not because I'm technically using my phone, but I'm here to share this with you. So hopefully it serves you. But how can we apply this to everything in life? Well, we come back to the original point that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It was, how can we become less reactive and more responsive, where we are the one orchestrating the next action, the next behavior, the next movement. And I do believe that comes from that self-awareness of, hey, the mind is pulling me in this direction, but what do I feel like I need right now, rather than what do I feel like I should be doing, right? Because they're very different things. And when we can come to that place, what I've discovered is that allows me to show up so much more powerfully in the work that I do and the actions that I do take, because it's coming from a more conscious place. It's coming from a more place of, I have chosen to do this, rather than I am just being automatically pulled in this direction due to my programming or my subconscious patterns or what my ego thinks is the best thing for me to do. And that has been, really transformative. And it sounds like a really simple thing, but it's a simple thing that you can do over time to reprogram your mind, because I find that the reprogramming process requires obviously the awareness and the understanding of, hey, I'm being pulled in this direction, but what do I really need? What does my soul want right now? What do I feel like I need in terms of my energy levels? Like, how am I feeling? These different things, right? Checking in with yourself. And then from there, you can actively make a new decision, a new choice, which aligns with that new level of awareness. So the behavior follows, and you can orchestrate that yourself as well. And we can apply this to everything. We can apply this to absolutely everything, just bringing more awareness as to, am I just being pulled in this direction because I feel like it's the best thing for me to do? Is because my mind wants me to pull me in this direction? Or is this actually something I'm actively choosing to do based on what I feel like I genuinely need right now in this moment in time to, to move me forward, to check in with myself, but also to walk this path of mastery and to become more aware of these unconscious patterns that may be playing out. So this is the thing that's helped me greatly. Hopefully it serves you as well, and you can directly apply this into many different areas of your life. And it really just comes back to the simple things of creating more awareness of the patterns that you may be falling into, creating that space throughout the day to check in and to recoup and say, hey, is this actually the direction I want to move in? is this thing I plan on doing for the rest of the day, is this actually going to move me forward, or is this something that's just keeping me busy? Am I avoiding something in some way by trying to overwork or trying to, just get things done for the sake of doing things? These are all very, very simple things, but when we start to ask those questions, we can start to get deeper into the things that may be running these programs in the background, which is usually tied to our emotions, right? Our emotions tie these programs in place. So checking in with yourself and doing that self-care of just leveling up in levels of awareness has been really, really beneficial for me. Hopefully it's beneficial for you too. If you have any thoughts or ideas and you want to add to this in any way, drop it in the comments below. But other than that, quick message for today, guys. Hope you're doing amazing, and I'll send you so much love. We'll chat soon. Take care.